we can go on ahead and get started. Looks like we'll have a quorum right now. I'd like to go on ahead and call to order the General Council, Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, special call meeting for September 22nd, 2018. I have down 10:01. Secretary, will you call roll, please?
Leota Sampson, Anthony Conley, John Narcomi, Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
Here.
Nancy Fixico, here. Timothy Hooper,
Here.
Kelly Davis,
Here.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
Here.
Karen Fulbright,
Here.
I think it's Dina Tiger, is it Claire? Sina Yeslett, here. Thomas Billy Jr., Abraham Ferrani,
Here.
Thomas Yohola,
Here.
Susie Harjo, here. Natalie Harjo, here. Gregory Botov,
Here.
Catherine McCoy, here. Charlie Hill,
Here.
Fanny Harjo,
Here.
Kelsey Morrell, here. William Williams,
Here.
Jennifer Horn, here.
By a count of 18 present, 8 absent, I declare that we have a quorum. Representative Gonzalez.
Yes, the count should be 17 present because Ms. Harjo was not in her seat at the time that she answered to the roll.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Harjo, Fanny Harjo, would you lead us in an opening prayer?
administration and all of the council members and all who are
Heavenly Father, we pray that you will keep your hand upon us today. In the name of Jesus, amen.
Representative Kishton.
I'd just like to ask that my partner be excused. She had a family.
If there, Mr. Williams, Representative Williams, you want to address?
At this time, I'd like to ask that we seat Ms. Regina Langford as a
New
representative for Ms. Larger.
Okay. Ms. Langford, if you'll step forward, please. If there's no objections.
I just wondered if we could get just a verbal reassurance that all the processes.
Yes, they have been. Yes, for both of the representatives. Yes, sir. If you'll raise your right hand, repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of representative and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. Thank you. If there are no, Representative Narkemy.
So, Council, I'd like to ask for an excuse for my co-counsel here. She has a family thing, so she will not be joining us today.
Okay. If there are no objections from the council, you want us to get no objections to going ahead and bypass and go into the business that we are here for as far as the budgets. Any objections? Okay. Any questions from the council as far as what we want to engage first with this? Representative Yahola.
You said the resolution for the approval of the budgets is emailed to us, or what?
Yeah, I believe, my understanding that there was some emails that were sent out in regards to that.
Representative Hotel email.
Three resolutions. Okay, in regards to the first order of business that we have in regards to the budgets, is that there is a resolution that was brought forth by the Finance Committee. If there are no objections, if Mr. Votal, it was sponsored by Mr. Representative Narkemy.
As a matter of point of matter, as a matter of fact, our Constitution allows for our Attorney General to draft resolutions, and in the absence of an Attorney General, we have our Council Secretary draft resolutions. I think in order to even consider these, we would have to declare a state of emergency for us, because these resolutions were not drawn by either of those entities. Otherwise, we set a precedent.
Mr. Narcomin, in regards to the resolutions that were addressed, the General Counsel Secretary did revise them and redraft them,
Okay,
so, okay.
were they sent to us?
I have them, well, these are not, but
Just officially designate her, either chief or the council. That's what y'all should have done Tuesday when we put her in place. Now, what I didn't want to do is get here and be facing without anything on these resolutions. And I asked her to revise them, and if they designate you at the council meeting, either chief or the council, then those resolutions would be good. So basically, I asked her to revise those as the council secretary, so she revised those resolutions for the sake of taking care of some business today. Now, either the chief or the council do what Title 21 says and designate her. Please.
So, if there's no objections to proceeding, if Mr. Votaw, if you'd want to. Representative Hill.
Mr. Chairperson, first of all, okay, I'd like to just say this. It appears that a lot of people got a lot of sleep last night. They're up to par about this and that, about laws not being properly conducted, etc., like in this case, and like lady coming in saying yes, etc. You know, everybody seems to be on the ball. If we're going to abide by everything that we're supposed to, then let's do it that way. If not, we need to keep our mouth shut, okay? Number one, as you were speaking as the chairman, this is a council house. It only pertains to council only, and the chairman and the attorney and the council secretary. Quote me if I'm right or wrong. Nobody can say that because I'm right. And not only that, when you were speaking, the vice chief spoke up. Under what grounds? I have nothing against you, Lewis, okay? But, you know, we got to go with the right way or the wrong way. If we're going to go with past practice, then so be it. He didn't have the right to speak to you, to start talking, which you did right about the secretary, okay? However, you should have raised your hand, and not only that, like I said, there's nothing in the Constitution that says you're supposed to sit up there. You sit back here. And he has to raise his hand to be acknowledged. How could that be point of order? You try to buy court of laws and constitution, you don't even abide by it.
Okay,
I just didn't want us to move on and overlook that.
So we're going to play with past practice too?
No, just the law, Title 21.
You're breaking it.
Representative Votaw.
Mr. Chairperson, I move for declare a state of emergency to move forward on these resolutions that have been drafted, and ask for a second.
second it.
Any discussion?
Questions?
Question been called for?
This for all three resolutions?
No. Just for the,
State of emergency.
Thank you. This is a secretary.
we need to call the vote. Let me say the emergency. Okay, Secretary, if you call roll, please.
Leetta Sampson. Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narcomi.
Yes.
Rena Tiger.
Point of order. Sylvia Davis. Patrick Thomas. Ida Gonzalez. Yes.
Nancy Fixico. Yes. Timothy Hooper.
No.
Kelly Davis.
No.
Anita Lena. Patricia Kishkatons.
Yes.
Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Dina Tiger. Jennifer Horn,
Yes.
Sina Yeslick,
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yehola,
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani,
Yes.
Susie Harjo,
Yes.
Natalie Harjo,
Yes.
Gregory Botoff,
Yes.
Catherine McCoy,
Yes.
Charlie Hill,
Yes.
Fanny Harjo,
Yes.
Kelsey Morrell,
Yes.
Regina Langford,
Yes.
William Williams,
Yes. By count of 19 yes and 2 no, I declare the measure to have passed. Yes, Representative Harjo.
Mr. Chair, I'd also like to waive the 10, we need to probably waive the 10-day notice as well before we continue our business.
Is there any objections to waiving the 10-day notice?
Weren't we already notified at the previous meeting on the fourth?
Yeah.
So, y'all said the meeting date at the previous, not the Tuesday, but the one before.
No, there was no objection. Yeah. Representative Votak.
Introduce TR 2018-44, a tribal resolution of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving the third modification to the 2018 Seminole Nation Food and Distribution Services budget and asking an incorporation of said third modified budget in the FY 2018 comprehensive budget and authorize an appropriation. Ask for a second.
Second.
Any discussion? Secretary, will you call roll, please?
Leota Sampson, Anthony Conley, John Narcome,
Yes.
Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico,
Yes.
Timothy Hooper,
Yes.
Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
Yes.
Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Dina Tiger, Jennifer Horn,
Yes.
Sina Yeslick,
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yehola,
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani,
Yes.
Susie Harjo,
Yes.
Natalie Harjo,
Yes.
Gregory Botoff,
Yes.
Catherine McCoy,
Yes.
Charlie Hill,
Yes.
Fanny Harjo,
Yes.
Kelsey Morrell,
Yes.
Regina Langford,
Yes.
William Williams,
Yes.
By count of 21 yes, 0 no, no, declare that measure to have passed.
Chief, what was the TR number?
TR 2018-44.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Next order of business is Travel Resolution 2018-45, introduced by the Finance Committee, Representative Votak.
Mr. Chairperson, I move that we go out of order and address 46 before 45, as it pertains to a much longer discussion.
Any objection? Okay. Travel Resolution 2018-46, introduced by the Indian Child Welfare, sponsored by Representative Kishkaton.
A travel resolution of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving the renewal of the PL 96-638 contract with the Bureau of Indian Affairs for the Indian Child Welfare Program on behalf of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. And I ask for a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
Question.
Questions being called for? Secretary, will you call roll, please?
Leetta Simpson. Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narkemy.
Yes.
Rena Tiger. Sylvia Davis. Patrick Thomas. Ida Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nancy Fixico.
Yes.
Timothy Hooper.
Yes.
Kelly Davis.
Yes.
Anita Lena. Patricia Kishkaton.
Yes.
Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Dina Tiger.
Yes.
Jennifer Horn.
Yes.
Sina Yesla.
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr. Thomas Yohola.
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani.
Yes.
Susie Harjo.
Yes.
Natalie Harjo.
Yes.
Gregory Botaw.
Yes.
Catherine McCoy.
Yes.
Charlie Hill.
Yes.
Benny Harjo.
Yes.
Kelsey Morrell.
Yes.
Regina Langford.
Yes.
William Williams.
Yes. By count of 22 yes, 0 on the nose, and 0 abstentions, to declare that measure to have passed. Bringing back Travel Resolution 2018-45, introduced by the Finance Committee, Representative Votak.
TR 2018-45, tribal resolution of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma approving the FY 2019 proposed comprehensive budget and providing for appropriation. Ask for a second.
Second.
Representative Yohola.
We'd like to amend this budget. I ask the sponsor if he would accept a friendly amendment. He would just strike Chief of Staff, Executive Director, 2 of them, from the budget, and also add back in the accounting manager.
I would have to decline, but the county manager is still in the, included as it being.
The accounting manager is, according to the budget, it's not there anymore. There's no. I call for a vote
Did
to amend these.
he have, you declined on the amendment?
Yes,
He
so
did.
I'll call for a vote. That's for a second.
Second.
We're asking for a vote on the comprehensive budget,
To amend the budget.
but he did not accept the amendment of
Yeah,
it.
so I'm calling for a vote. Now this council is going to vote on it, to amend that budget on this floor.
Do you accept?
We'll accept it, since he does not decline, then he's going to vote on it.
Okay. All right. Secretary, call roll on the amendment to the comprehensive budget.
To amend it, yes, to amend it, we're voting yes to amend.
Yes.
For clarification, state your.
I am striking chief of staff, executive director, there's two of them, and adding the account manager back into the budget. We're getting rid of three, but adding the accounting manager back in, because they took them out.
That's what the voting yes for the amendment
Yes.
is. Now, adding on the county manager, on the amendment, is to add back in. And add, I don't know,
It's not in besides that.
Secretary, you call roll, please.
Leetta Sampson. Anthony Conley.
Yes.
John Narcome.
Yes.
Rena Tiger. Sylvia Davis. Patrick Thomas. Ida Gonzalez.
Yes.
Nancy Fixico.
Yes.
Timothy Hooper.
Yes.
Kelly Davis.
Yes.
Anita Lena. Patricia Kishkaton.
No.
Karen Fulbright.
Yes.
Dina Tiger.
Yes.
Jennifer Horn.
Yes.
Sina Yesla.
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr. Thomas Yehola.
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani.
Yes.
Susie Harjo.
Yes.
Natalie Harjo.
No.
Gregory Botal.
No.
Catherine McCoy.
No.
Charlie Hill.
No.
Fanny Harjo.
No.
Kelsey Morrell.
No.
Regina Langford.
No.
William Williams.
No.
I counted 13 yes, 9 no, 0 abstentions. I declare that amendment to pass. Representative Hill.
I'd like to make a,
Oh, McCoy, Representative McCoy.
I'd like to make a friendly amendment to whichever one. I want to wipe out stipends for this fiscal year for the council. I want that removed out of the budget. Do you accept that?
I'll accept.
Representative Yehola.
Call for a vote on that? I object.
You call for a vote on the friendly amendment?
Yes, I object and call for a vote.
Do you want to get paid?
Could I have clarification, stipends for council and all boards?
Well, yeah, I mean, let's wipe out the boards too.
Committees.
And committees.
Yes.
Accept.
Yes.
Okay, the vote is going to be on the friendly amendment that's been accepted. Representative Yehola.
That's not about the money with me, but it is about the laws. We gotta change the laws first. If you wanna do this, fine. Bring legislation here to change the law. If you don't wanna pay us, then fine, bring it here, let's put it to a vote. Justification as well. So last justification was that the reason why we were trying to help out with the tribe with management of money, we had financial problems, right? But I never seen a justification for that. Where did our funds go? $33,000 we saved from cutting it in half. So where did it go? It should still be there. This budget doesn't say it's still there. Where's it at? Huh? We should have put it, attached it, and put it somewhere else. Gave it to the OEP program, the Princess Committee. We should have put it somewhere, but it's there, but it's not there. So where's it at? Change the law first if you want to do this.
Representative McCoy.
Where it's at is in our iPads and what we pay for our iPads. Do you have a handout that you can pass out to the council to show our usage and that we're not even abiding by the, I think it's 1 or 2 gigs we get each month. And our bill for that in our budget is $10,000 for the entire year, and yet last month we spent $3,628 for our iPads, when really it should be under $1,000. There's where our money probably went, with people misusing the privilege they have to have these iPads. We all signed an agreement to do it and to use it for tribal purposes, and if the finance chair could explain a little more about the data usage to help understand, I'd appreciate it.
There has been an amendment, friendly amendment, and acceptance from the sponsor to strike all stipends and all from boards and committees. Representative Yola.
Again, Chair, I must tell you that, I must say again, by Constitution, article, I didn't have it with me, I have to look it up, but it says we have to change it first. I mean, at least if you're not going to pay it, you got to pay us at least $1. That the law says so.
We think we get
It's in the Constitution as well. It's a constitutional provision that's setting code.
What about in March, when we went without
We
paying
shouldn't
from
have
our
done anything either, and I said no.
Representative Yola.
It's good to hear great words coming from the general council representative pertaining to money. Which is more important, okay? The law are the people of our nation. Number one is our people. We throw things into the pot when we want it to be that way. If you can recall, 28 council members sitting here. Supposedly I didn't know nothing about it, but 5 or maybe 6 people here had an investigation on you, Mr. Chairperson, I believe since February. We, the rest, were never notified. And here they got guts to put Seminole Council of Oklahoma. That pertains to all 28. And those very selected few, you talk about money. They used $27,800. For what reason? No reason. You want to talk about money? Because you should have backed off and think about your people first, okay?
Order.
That's all you know, point of order.
Yes, sir, I do.
You know
How do you talk about it? I get tired of it.
You're the one
You
that
are
used
the
that
one.
money.
No, point of order. Point of order.
Yes, sir. Sit down, then. Sit down. We don't want to hear you. Sit down.
Enough, guys. Enough. Hey, all we're trying to do here is get through this as best we can so that we can serve the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma in a better way. So let's hope that we can come together and do that. Representative Ferrani.
I call for a question on the vote of the stipend issue.
Okay. Secretary, would you call roll, please?
Clarification, please.
It's in regards to the friendly amendment was asked by Representative McCoy and accepted by Representative Votaw to strike stipends and all boards and commissions.
I just want to know what you vote for.
You vote yes, that's what we're voting on. If you want this, you vote yes. If you do not, then you vote no.
If you want the amendment, you vote yes.
Yes. Okay, Secretary, will you call roll, please?
Leetta Sampson, Anthony Conley,
Abstain.
John Narkemy, Rena Tiger, John Narkemy,
Yes.
Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
No.
Nancy Fixico,
No.
Timothy Hooper,
No.
Kelly Davis,
No.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
No.
Karen Fulbright,
No.
Dina Tiger,
No.
Jennifer Horn,
Abstain.
Sina Yeslett, Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yahola,
No.
Abraham Ferrani,
No.
Susie Harjo. No. Natalie Harjo. Yes. Gregory Botoff,
Yes.
Catherine McCoy,
Yes.
Charlie Hill,
Yes.
Fanny Harjo, Kelsey Morrell. Yes. Regina Langford.
Yes.
William Williams,
Yes.
By count of 9 yes, 10 no, and 3 abstentions, declare that measure to have failed. Representative Yohola.
I'd also like to ask the sponsor if we accept a friendly amendment to the Justice Department budget. Put all those funds back into contractual services and strike chief of staff and paralegal positions. My band agreed to do this last year because we knew that we could have a staff attorney on hand to help us. That staff attorney has never reported to us about what she's doing. And then there was a conflict because we didn't change the laws and what her abilities and what her job was, her duties were. With no reporting to us, and she left, and she came back. From my understanding, I don't know if it's true or not, but that funding, where's the rest of the money that was in the budget, approved budget? $300,000 that was approved. Now we paid her wages with it, her salary with it, but there should have been an additional $43,000 left. Not only that, but she wasn't employed the whole year. So we need closing out statements, justifications of where these monies, they should be carried over or they should have been put somewhere else. Where are these modifications at? But I wish that we had them, or I could have, have more explanation of what's going on here. But since I don't, then I just have to make this judgment call, and I have to ask for that friendly amendment to put those funds into contractual services and strike those 2 positions. Ask for a second.
Second.
Representative O'Toole.
I would decline that as a new year budget.
All for vote?
I can't hear you. What did you say? What did you say?
I decline.
We're going to have a vote. Clarify it again, Representative Yohola.
Put those monies in Justice Department back into contractual services, striking out the staff attorneys and the paralegal.
Okay, the motion on the floor is a friendly amendment, striking the monies from the Justice Department and taking it to contractual services for the staff attorney and the paralegal.
Should be stricken.
Be stricken. Secretary, will you call roll, please?
Leota Simpson,
Yes.
Anthony Conley, John Archime,
Yes.
Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico. Yes. Timothy Hooper,
Yes.
Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
No.
Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Dina Tiger,
Yes.
Jennifer Horn,
Yes.
Sina Yesla,
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yohola,
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani,
Yes.
Susie Harjo,
Yes.
Natalie Harjo. No. Gregory Botoff,
No.
Catherine McCoy,
No.
Charlie Hill,
No.
Benny Harjo,
No.
Kelsey Morrell. No. Regina Langford. No. William Williams.
No.
By count of 14 yes, 9 no, 0 abstentions, I declare that measure to have passed. Representative Votaw.
Mr. Chairman, just sending back a couple of motions ago, I was going to address Ms. McCoy's question as far as to our data usage and such. We were allotted, as a conglomerate here, 1128, 60 gigabytes of data to share. And every gigabyte thereafter is $15 per gig. And so, again, we used about 261.69 gigabytes. So it's well over our allotment by 202 gigabytes. So again, like $15 each, we're looking $3,600 or so. In addition to our running bill.
Annually?
Monthly. This is 1 month. And so, again, you know, there is an abuse here. On average, for the most part, each of us use less than a gig apiece. But we have some on here that are 120.63, 48, 60, and so, I mean, we have some high numbers, but on average, we stay close to one or less than.
Representative Yahola.
I'd ask the sponsor to accept another friendly amendment. Procurement Department. Stop the increase in wages. We should remain at the 2018 pay, and travel stay at 9,000. Would you accept that?
I'd accept it.
Thank you.
Okay, Representative Ronnie.
Going back to Representative Votal's statement about the AT&T wireless bill, I would ask a friendly amendment to strike the data usage for all of our iPads. We'd have to meet with procurement on it, but it's not a very big hassle.
Right. I would accept it.
Okay, all right. Representative Yesler.
I just wanted to reiterate on that. I guess because we don't get stipends anymore, we were never notified of the data usage and what you had to pay over. So because of that, is that the reason why nobody's having to pay for their overage? I mean, could you not recuperate that money back?
I mean, we could do.
I need to address yours and then Ronnie's.
Okay.
Representative Harden. Yes.
I'd just like to think that, we're talking about all this data usage. My iPad has been out since March, and I haven't used any, so maybe y'all can balance out some way like that. I haven't used any at all. I don't even have the use of my iPad.
There was a motion on the floor and there was an amendment by Representative Yahola and Representative Votaw accepted it. Representative Yahola, could you clarify your amendment?
To keep the salary the same as fiscal year 2018 and travel as well.
Chief, can I ask you something? Yes.
He accepted it. If somebody objects, then we vote on it.
That's true. Yes.
Somebody else knows it.
60.
Well, no, you can still use your iPad, you just
Representative Yahola, there is an individual that has been brought on and been accepted at a salary that's been with us for a little while now. And if you ask to drop it back down into the 2018, it will affect her salary in regards to having her on staff. So I don't know that she's prepared for that.
You're talking about in procurement?
Yes.
Okay, let me find my paperwork here. Now, there was two positions, it was a director and a procurement specialist, those two have raises. Now, those are the
She,
positions.
if I remember correctly, she went to like 60,000, the procurement director went to like 60,000 on hers.
Well,
And,
if I'm, she was, last year, she came aboard, right?
yes, she did.
And she came in and took Ms. Norris's place, who left. And Ms. Norris had occupied that position for how long now? Was it close to 10 years?
Wow.
It's been a while, right? But we still started her out at that same rate. So, you know, I don't see how we could actually justify her having that salary of someone that had been in that position for a longer period of time. But those are the two positions I'm talking about is that, and like I said, she's already been in my guess, she's been handed a great position already that, you know, she didn't have to work up to like the previous person had to.
Well, she'd been, her experience, I mean, justified her when she came in.
So she's not gonna stay if we keep it at that?
I don't know. It could change that. I don't know. I mean, that's just the decision that you're, I mean, willing to cross.
I think Chief, if I could kind of clarify. Now, Council, do you remember that you modified a budget to modify it to that salary that she's now receiving, which is the budget that's in FY19 for the director? Is that correct, Mr. Narkemy? I believe it is. So what you would be doing is going backwards to something that this council has already approved in the modification to 18. And therefore, once that you hire a director at a certain level, you're not supposed to go back in their pay. I mean, this council has done certain things, but Abe, do you remember that? There was a modification. She was brought on at 60.
Yes.
But then there was a modification maybe a month or two later
So the beginning
that
balance,
justified it.
the first column on the salary should reflect that then. So if
It should.
If he's saying go back to FY18, which is what language he used.
It would reflect
Staying
that.
at current salary.
It would reflect
Yeah,
that.
basically.
Can there be a clarification? Mr. Narkman, you remember that modification, don't you? Okay, because I don't want no
So we're
confusion
not
here.
decreasing her pay, we're
She's
keeping what
keeping
it
it the
is.
same.
Yeah,
It stayed the same, she's not getting a raise.
that's right, but that amount on the budget is about $10,000 lower. So I didn't want the council to be confused on what it's going back to.
Okay, now, we just want to make sure we should say that what she's getting paid right now.
What this council approved, okay, as long as it's understood.
Yeah. No salary increase, is what I'm saying, basically.
We could just say current salary.
Yeah, let's just keep them at the current salary now.
Yeah, that'd be better. It's less confusing.
So now the friendly amendment is going to keep the procurement director and the specialist at the current salary.
Yes,
Okay,
and travel.
okay, because we don't really have to do a friendly amendment if their salaries are staying the same as what they are now. But we just need to have an amendment for the travel?
Well, we still have to amend the proposed budget. The proposed
Okay,
budget still
okay,
has to change.
okay, gotcha. Let's keep them at the same salary and then for the minutes.
And the travel remains the same also.
Okay, there's a motion on, there is a friendly amendment on the floor to keep the procurement specialist and the procurement director at the same current salary and reduce back the travel. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Secretary, will you call the roll, please?
The amendment was accepted.
Yeah, he accepted the amendment.
Nobody objected.
Oh, okay,
Somebody
okay.
objected.
So we're good. Okay. Okay, well, no, Representative Ferrani, you had an amendment as well?
Yes, a friendly amendment to do away with data usage for all the council's iPads.
Okay, and you accept, and Representative Lopez accepted that?
We'll have to get with procurement on that to negotiate the new rate with AT&T.
Representative Yahola.
I have a question with this, communications department, line 200, department number 50. On line 5950, we have indirect cost, 2018 was 59,356. The proposed 2019 budget, we have 64,784, an increase of $5,428. Now, what's the justification for this increase in indirect costs? Did we get approval from the funding source for this, or is this a new rate? What's the deal?
Representative.
Can you
We had an employee that was, she's getting a raise. It's her raise. She's getting a raise. It's an employee.
That has nothing to do with indirect costs.
That's what, when I came into it, that was one of the issues we had. It was a difference of, on the budget. When I was talking to the budget officer, and talked to the lady herself, she was saying that there was a raise increase, and I said, okay, well, I'll look at it.
It says indirect costs. It has nothing to do with wages and salaries. Where is the budget officer here?
Yes.
Bring it forward.
Any objections to having her step forward? Okay.
First, I say thank you for your question. The past calculation was an error.
Okay.
The increase is a result of making the corrections that are necessary to have it fit the correct definition.
The correct rate?
Yes.
So you're saying this change was an error we actually messed up last year?
Yes, sir.
So you corrected it with the rate, the approved rate?
Yes, and the elements in the way that it was calculated also, there were situations in the prior year where that was mistakenly prepared. And so what you're seeing is the cleanup. It isn't an increase over the prior year, it's just the corrections to prior year mistakes.
Okay.
Yes, sir, thank you.
And that's in more than one department.
You will see that, yes.
So have we actually started and to negotiate a new indirect cost rate?
I do not know that.
The budget officer?
That's something that's responsibility of the controller, and,
You guys not in communication with each other? I mean, when you prepare the budget, I mean, it helps to know the rate, if it's approved or not.
oh, I do have an approved rate, yes, sir. As far as the return, the, application for a new rate.
Yeah, because one of the concerns was with the positions that we amended as far as those indirect costs, but they're gone now, but we didn't know if they were, my band didn't know if they were approved for indirect costs. And if they're not approved, then we get stuck with disallowed costs, which means we'll have to pay it back. So did you ever receive a letter saying that those positions were going to be approved for indirect costs? When you presented them on this budget?
The individual positions are not a part of that application. The figures that were submitted would be sufficient to provide for those new positions if they had been approved to be included.
Approved by who?
The council here has taken them out, but it was okay if they were in there because there was enough money through the indirect cost to cover them.
Oh, I was under the understanding that there was had to get approval from the funding source for certain positions that we put indirect cost on.
It isn't
That's always been my
necessarily.
understanding of it.
Yeah, it isn't necessarily the positions. They look at the total as a dollar amount, and that was sufficient.
How do we end up with disallowed costs sometimes?
The disallowed cost is something different than the indirect cost.
Well, I know, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's,
Okay.
Representative Bronny.
What's our current IDC rate?
34.14%.
We were under billing last year.
They have had issues in the past, yes, sir. They did underbill or failed to bill. There were several types of mistakes. There were omissions And I do not know the reason. I was not here.
We were billing at 29.3% last year. That's just based on the budget, that's not actual numbers. And you're saying our IDC rate is 34%?
I'm not familiar with the 29%. I thought
That's a calculation based off the budget.
the actual billings that I saw is 32 point something %, so we're slightly up for the current rate. But the billings were not correct, and it isn't, like if you took all the totals, that would be wonderful if it could be so simple, but there are limitations for some of the funding sources on the amount. They use something different than the approved administrative rate. So it gets to be fairly complicated. It'd be a report we could prepare for you.
No, it's fine. I actually do this type of billing for a different tribe, so I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, it's kind of a complicated process, isn't it? Particularly as it gets larger.
Direct versus pass-through. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And we have formulas in the template.
But we were basically shorting ourselves 3%.
Or actually quite more, actually more.
Representative Martin.
I just have a really quick question. Are you aware of when the last time we negotiated this, the 34.14% and how long that rate was good for? Did we do a 1 year or a 2 year or?
From memory, I believe that rate was approved in the spring. The letter came. I'm not sure, it should have been before that, yes, but the letter, I've seen the letter and I used the letter. I do not know how long that's approved for either. Again, that's something that the controller works with, and I'll be glad to check for you.
That'd be wonderful.
I will.
Thank you. I appreciate that answer as well.
Normally it's a year at a time, so if
Normally,
this
but
was approved in
sometimes it
FY,
can be 10.
yeah, so this would be based on FY16.
Okay, so that would probably be 16 then, so, okay. So we're probably due to negotiate soon.
After we approve the FY17 audit, then we can renegotiate.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
Representative Yohola.
I just want to say, I appreciate you coming up here, and I'd like to know, I would probably contact you later on, so just, if I have questions sometimes, should you be able to, can you communicate right?
I'd be glad to tell you and help you. If I can't answer right away, I can maybe help you to obtain your answer, and I'd be happy to do that. It'd be my pleasure.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions? Representative Yohola.
HR department, I'd like to go ahead and put back $6,000 back into stipends because they're required by Title 11, I believe, the ERC code to have a personnel board. We have to pay them through law, so I don't know why we got rid of this $6,000 when we're required by law to have them. I mean, would you accept that, sponsor?
Representative Harjo.
We've discussed a little bit, and I know my co-counsel is actually sponsoring this, but upon discussion, our band actually does not like raises either, unless they're justified. And one of the ones that I would like to ask a friendly amendment on is to separate out the gaming or to, I don't know how we would do this, but we don't want raises for them right now. Because we're in such a hardship right now, and they're giving their people raises and we're having to cut people. It doesn't make any sense to me, so.
Is it with all of them?
I would think so. Yeah. Would you accept that?
When you say, Representative Harjo, when you said all of them, are you talking about gaming? Who else?
Enterprise
I
or
would
agency?
think all of gaming, I mean, enterprise
or agency?
I think both.
Okay, so
So
gaming,
gaming agency and enterprise, because they're going to go hand in hand, and, I mean, if we're starting off with deficit, we need to raise.
proposed levels?
You know, the entry level positions, you know, the people that have more positions, is there some increase for them because they haven't had any interviews?
No, I don't think so. That's what they've had in the past. It's been open positions.
Okay, I understand that.
You, Representative Otal, you accept that amendment?
Yes, sir, I did.
Representative Yohola? Okay, Representative Gonzalez?
I'd like to ask Mr. Votaw, could you explain why the ICDBG amount of $8,000 is still there? That was for, as I understand, we did not receive a new grant, so wasn't that for the VA center, and hasn't that already been allocated?
That's there just to show that it's still on the books, we haven't built, it's not been built, it's not, it is allocated just for that, but, it's not disappeared yet. And as we're building it, this coming year, that's why we left it on there, to show for it.
I thought we had transferred money to them because they were building now.
I don't know, we just kept it on the books to show that it's there, it's on down in the expenditures as well, so, it's showing money in, money out.
Representative
I'd
Finney?
like to ask, Representative Gonzalez, if she heard they were building, what are they building?
A VA center? It's a VA center. There was, I believe we received a message on our iPad about it.
I don't have an iPad, remember?
Okay. Well, it was on the iPad. We didn't have a secretary to get it to you.
I wasn't over here. Oh.
Representative Yohola?
On a lot of these budgets that are proposed, when we get this paperwork here, it says what was approved for the last fiscal year. And some of them aren't adding up because even though we approved certain amounts, that amount sometimes is lower, or we approved a higher amount and they spent less, which is good, but we still don't know where that money is. And that's happened a lot throughout this budget. I'm no accountant, but just based on the numbers, they don't add up. So I would think that we would have to have some sort of carryover statements, closing statements, something of that sort to find out this is all taken care of. Because here we're just looking at a bunch of numbers that don't add up from last year. And so I would ask the finance committee or whoever's responsible to start closing these things out, to show us itemized statements of the carryover or shortages or whatever, because the numbers aren't the same in a bunch of these different departments. Like adult education, it's not right. There was an increase, but that's not the, but I understand there's modifications that happen as well. But that's the thing why modifications usually come here, because then we're aware of the changes. If we don't get the modification changes, then we see them right here when the new budget is proposed, then of course, questions are going to be asked. So it'd be in the best interest of the finance committee to bring those modifications here so we'll know.
I would remind the council that this is a projected budget. There's nothing absolute, as, you know, we close out old budgets, that money is modified over into their new one. And like I said, these are projections from the committee that are moving into this, and nothing is absolute. And that's why we have budget modifications.
Representative Hall.
Yeah, but Mr. Votak, though, your proposals don't show those numbers to the carryover in which departments and which line items. That's what I'm referring to. I don't, like I said, you have some money left, like the Justice Department. When that position was filled, it wasn't filled until, you know, for a few months it was, but all that money in that, you know, what happened to all those, the remaining funds of those salaries? You know, that's what I'm asking, should it should be carrying over? You know, from my adding up, we look like we were about $100,000 unaccounted for.
Representative Harjo.
I just want a clarification. Have we always gotten update on the carryover? And is this just a formatting issue maybe for the budget? I think that maybe you might have, it may not be an issue with the budget, and I'm sorry, I'm addressing you correctly. It may not be the actual budget that you're having an issue with, it's the clarity or.
Yeah, basically, because.
That's what you're looking at, is because I'm speaking just from my background. Whenever April Haas used to be here, everything was very clear. You could tell what was here, what was there, and what was there. And we may not be arguing budgets as much as we're arguing format. So, you know, I'm just trying to understand. If that's something that we've had in the past, maybe in the future we do need to do that. Maybe when we have somebody that does that, maybe we do. But I would like to say that we have one person here that was dealing with these budgets, my co-counsel. He has a full-time job, and it really wasn't in his job description to do these budgets for the nation, because he doesn't work for the nation other than here, you know what I mean? So when we have comments that could help in the future, instead of tearing down somebody that was trying really hard to get this stuff together, I really think that it's offensive to just us as a whole, because it kind of makes us look like we're unappreciative. But I'm trying to clarify so we can bridge this gap to see what we need to do to fix this in the future, because we can complain and complain every day, but we need to come with solutions too. So I appreciate the question, but I'm just trying to clarify. Like I said, maybe it's a format thing that we're talking about. And maybe it's just visually not appealing, and maybe we need to work on that in the future. So that gives us something to do.
Some sort of mechanism in place to help us with audits when we come up as well.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what all I want to do is kind of make verification and have it in place, so we don't have running these problems down the road.
Justification.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you. I mean, I just want to clarify. Thank you.
Representative Bonnie.
Based on all these changes, it looks like there's about $200,000 in cost savings. We were $305,000 short. I would like to see this reformatted, sent back out to the council, please. I make a motion that we table the comprehensive budget until we get a better format for passage later. There are alternatives. We could pass a similar, we could have a similar meeting next Saturday or sometime during the week if possible. If not, if we don't do one before September 30th, we'll need to do a 1/12 continuation budget for all FY18 budgets. That way, when we meet in October, we'll still at least be able to operate as a tribe, and we could look at this comprehensive budget again.
Make the motion.
I make that motion.
Second.
And it gives us another month to.
Hey, so that's on the 1/12, that one.
Well, that's it.
I think I should do two different. One, just to do this comprehensive to table as amended, and then I can do a second one that we meet on our October 20, whatever, to look at this budget again. And with that, do a 1/12 continuation budget.
You want to do the 1/12 as a table? Well, we're going to table this one right now anyway.
Yeah, let's vote on the table.
Representative Narcomi.
I'm going to ask the chairman of the finance committee, if I may, I know you're going to have to send all these budgets back to the Is 1 month enough time to get all that done?
Not realistically, no, sir.
Would we consider 60 days?
Is the December quarterly?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to approve certain things, so.
We can just do two 12s.
Okay. I'm just saying, to send it all back and have them redo it and send it back may take a little time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Mr. Martin.
Representative Penny Harjo.
Before, we make that decision, I would like to ask, Greg, I know that some of these programs end at different times. Are we clear as far as, having monies for those, programs that are with different, FY endings?
We can continue.
Okay.
It will be continued.
Okay, I just want to make sure that nobody was in jeopardy of being without.
What about what matches are concerned?
Right, okay. All in favor?
What matches are
Representative Gonzalez.
Mr. Bota, I understand what Ms. Harjo had said about you donating a lot of your time and all. We appreciate that. But at the same time, is not your finance committee backing you up and helping you with this? And if they aren't, should they be replaced? Or would you recommend that?
They back me up 100%. I have the privilege to work with some great individuals. So at this point, I would say leave them as they are. They're stand up.
As I understand it, the actual working of this should have been it should have been prepared properly by the budget officer. Now, I believe your job is just to approve and, confer with the directors. So is that a problem? That the directors are not there for you? Is that it?
Not at the present time. Like I said, we're working with what we received from them, and we're just trying to work on making a balanced budget. I talk to Ms. Timmons probably 4 or 5 times a day, making sure that we're on schedule and trying to make, these changes and getting information in and out. So
I was just trying to think of a way to help the situation.
Representative Hoover.
I was going to say kind of the same thing, maybe expand a little bit about what Ms. Harjo said and what Mr. Votaw said about the workings and, how they actually come about with their end products. And it was specifically the directors. I know in the past that the directors came and they came to the budget officer, and that's where they worked out a lot of the figures, and a lot of the errors were corrected before they went to the finance committee. And the finance committee, I think, could lessen their load and lessen their confusion, maybe be more expedient, more accurate if we maintained or reiterated about working, the budget officer working with the directors like we used to before they actually go to the budget officer. I just think it might be, a better process.
Chairman, I'm sorry, but I made a motion and it was seconded and accepted.
I was about to say the same thing. We have a motion on
Yes,
It was to table the comprehensive budget as amended.
And amended was to the 212?
No, the amendments were all the things that we had gone in and deleted, accepted, all that stuff.
Okay.
What about the federal programs?
Yeah, the federal programs.
Oh, it should be separate.
Yeah.
The federal
I'll do that
program,
right after.
that's the reason why I was looking at you when you just made that comment. The federal programs are something we're going to have to address.
The federal can continue on. I'm just talking about IDC and the
General
fund.
So it's not going to be, you're not going to include the federal into the comprehensive budget then?
No, that'll be part of the continuation on the 212s for everything else. But this is just a table of this comprehensive budget at this time.
So do you want to separate it out? Because when
They are separate. It's two different bills. One is just to table this comprehensive budget as amended and bring it back to us whenever. And then I'll do a second resolution, verbal resolution to do a continuation for all
federal,
for all funds.
okay. Yeah, we have to keep, yeah. There's a motion on the floor to table the comprehensive budget. Who made the second? Oh, there's no second. No second. Okay. Secretary, we call roll, please.
Leota Simpson,
Yes.
Anthony Conley,
Yes.
John Narkemy,
Yes.
Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico,
Yes.
Timothy Hooper,
Yes.
Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
Yes.
Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Dina Tiger,
Yes.
Jennifer Horn,
Yes.
Sina Yesla,
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yehola,
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani,
Yes.
Susie Harjo,
Yes.
Natalie Harjo,
Yes.
Gregory Botow,
Yes.
Catherine McCoy,
Yes.
Charlie Hill,
Yes.
Fanny Harjo, Kelsey Morrell,
Yes.
Regina Langford,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
By count of 23 yes, 0 no, and 0 abstentions, declare that measure to have passed. Representative Ron.
I'd like to make a verbal resolution for a continuation budget for all programs for 2/12, and that we meet on this issue on the December quarterly.
Second.
Question.
Oh, question, yes. Okay. Secretary, you call the roll, please.
Leota Sampson,
Yes.
Anthony Conley,
Yes.
John Narkemy,
Yes.
Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico,
Yes.
Timothy Hooper,
Yes.
Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
Yes.
Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Dina Tiger,
Yes.
Jennifer Horn,
Yes.
Sina Yesla,
Yes.
Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yehola,
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani,
Yes.
Susie Harjo,
Yes.
Natalie Harjo,
Yes.
Gregory Botow,
Yes.
Catherine McCoy,
Yes.
Charlie Hill,
Yes.
Fanny Harjo,
Yes.
Kelsey Morrell,
Yes.
Regina Langford,
Yes.
William Williams.
Yes.
By a count of 23 yes, 0 no, and 0 abstentions, declare that measure to have passed. Representative Fulbright.
Yes, I make a motion that we go into other business to discuss the winery in Brito.
Any objections going into other business? Okay.
the other night. Everybody knows where we're standing in the situation, and I guess we need to take a look at, see what we need to do to get by, regroup with this entity, LLC. Any suggestions?
Representative Hill.
Mr. Chairperson, everybody kind of knew that it was going to be brought up today anyway, but we had to look at it this way, okay? Some of our council, like I said, stood up here and told the lady that was going to start it, it's a very good investment, okay? And she even stood there and quoted in 5 years we're going to have profit rolling in, got money coming in. And these people out here pertaining to the nation, our people, never got one penny. These people at LLC, they wanted to get away from Seminole Nation and have their own entity, start their own business and all that, which in fact they did. And you know what happened? They went down in a hole. That's where we're at today. Some of our people sitting right here right now, they want it desperate to continue, in other words, to keep it, the winery and the gristle. However, what they're overlooking is the fact that what does the people want out there? If you go out there and talk to them, majority of them said, let it go. We made a big mistake, let it go. We got to pay the price. If in fact we pay off their so-called rent money or whatever that they owed, people are going to be happy for a few years. 5 years from now, if this thing comes up again, what are they going to do? Go again? And not only that, the land that we got, the winery on the 10 acres that we paid for, okay? I believe that was used for collateral. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Why do we continue to try to start things when we don't have the right people to put in there to get the money rolling in? We keep forgetting about our people. I think a lot of people want it because for their self. And if they stand up here and say that our people voted on this, voted in on that, it's not their people. It's only the family that was there. Some don't even have a quorum. And they vote and they say, our people. Our people is out here that don't want it, okay, period. My thing would be that before we get a foreclosure on Grissom Mansion, we need to sell it. Get it out of our hands. I brought up a resolution before on that. It was turned down. But now here we go again. Where are we going to get the money? And I know a lot of people are going to say, we need to use that tower money. We got $2.1 million. Let's go with that and use that money to pay it off. Where does our people come in at? Is the Grissom Winery more important than our people? That's why we took an oath here, standing and speak for our people. Look out for them. Look out for their needs and all that. Is their need the Grissom Winery? No. Thank you, sir.
Representative Viola.
I understand what Mr. Representative Hill is saying, but at the same time, I believe our people want progression. We're never going to progress if we don't take a chance and take business ventures. How are we going to get to that next step if we just sit and do nothing? We got to take risk. Business is risk. Everybody knows that. Without capital, there is no economic development. I said that before. This money, we just can't sell the Grissom. It's like buying a car. Once you buy something and you finance it, if you still owe money on it, you're still going to pay for it. You're not going to get that price that you owe. The money that you borrowed, we're still going to end up paying for it. And the grant for those wineries is in our name. We're responsible for that. Even though they're an LLC, they're still underneath us. So we have to take responsibility at the same time and continue to take risks, because without the risk, there is no progression. There's going to be nothing here, but it's us sitting here arguing over $5 again. That's all it's going to be. So we have to take the risk. It showed potential. The Grissom has shown potential. It was paying wineries' bills there for a while. It's in the reports. It says so. That's one of the reasons why it's failing, is because it had to pick up the costs that it shouldn't have to. So, and we subsidize Seminole all the time. We give them money all the time. What's their contribution to this nation? Zero. If you see the reports, it says zero. They're not giving us anything. So maybe we need to take a look at Seminole. But as far as this goes right here, this has got our name on it, we need to take care of it. I make a verbal resolution to identify land acquisition to pay this $13,717. Ask for a second.
Second.
Somebody call for it.
Call for question?
Land acquisition.
Abraham, that's one, there's several of them. This is to use, the land acquisition. Should pay it for, better than, no, 17,000. Yeah, you said it's more than 17,000, isn't it?
How about we just not put an amount on it and just say, use land acquisition to pay for the vineyard debt?
That's fine.
Yeah, I guess he's not gonna have that.
Hey, Chair,
Yes.
I would also like to go ahead and have, since this information was brought to us by Assistant Chief, I would like him to take the lead on this, handle this.
No.
Okay, there's, Secretary, if you're going ahead and call roll, please.
Leah Simpson,
Yes.
Anthony Conley,
Yes.
John Narcome,
Yes.
Rena Tiger, Sylvia Davis, Patrick Thomas, Ida Gonzalez,
Yes.
Nancy Fixico,
Yes.
Timothy Hooper,
Yes.
Kelly Davis,
Yes.
Anita Lena, Patricia Kishkaton,
No.
Karen Fulbright,
Yes.
Dina Tiger,
Yeah.
Jennifer Horn, Sina Yeslet, Thomas Billy Jr., Thomas Yahola,
Yes.
Abraham Ferrani,
Yes.
Susie Harjo,
Yes.
Natalie Harjo,
Abstain?
Gregory Botoff,
Abstain.
Kathy McCoy,
No.
Charlie Hill,
No.
Fanny Harjo,
No.
Kelsey Morrell,
No.
Regina Langford, no. William Williams,
No.
By a count of 12 yes, 7 no, and 2 abstentions, I declare that measure to have passed.
I make a motion to adjourn. Second.
Second. We're adjourned.
Party